Hi class, it's me, your math teacher Jello. In today's lesson, we will learn how to classify the functions based on their graphs and their equations as to determine if they are linear, absolute value function, quadratic function, square root function, or cube root function. Okay, let's get started. So guys, dito, we have different graphs, no? Okay, so let's determine kung ito ba ay linear and so on. So, sa number 1, it is clearly shown that the graph is a line or a straight line. So therefore, this is a linear function, no? Okay. And what do we know about linear function? Siyempre, yung graph nun ay straight line. Okay, so linear function. So guys, dito, kung ma-observe natin, the graph is rising to the right, no? Sometimes the graph is rising to the right, to the left, no? Or vertical, no? Okay, or even horizontal. And sa next videos natin, sa mga next videos natin, i-discuss natin or i-sketch natin kung paano tayo mag-graph ng linear function, absolute value function, quadratic, and so on. Okay? Next, sa number 2 naman, this is very good, the absolute value function. So, the graph is a V-shape, no? With the vertex as its turning point. So, ito yung vertex natin nasa origin. Okay? So, ganyan yung magiging graph ng ating absolute value function. So, let me write. So, this is absolute value function. Okay? And then, number 3. So, very good. This is quadratic function. And what do we know about quadratic function? Okay, very good. The graph is a parabola, no? Okay. So guys, as what we have observed dito sa number 3, so the graph is, or this graph opens downward. So, pababa naman siya. Okay? So, ito yung tinatawag nating U-shape curve or smooth curve. No? Okay. Yung tawag natin dyan ay parabola. Okay? So, quadratic function. Next, number 4. Okay, so we have very good, the square root function. Square root function. So, what do we know about square root function? So, the graph or a curve starts at a single point. So, ito yung class. Ayan. So, and it grows more slowly as it moves to the right. Kung makikita naman natin, moving to the right yan. Okay? And then, we have number 5 graph. So, let's determine kung ano ito. Very good. This is cube root function. Okay? So, let me write muna. Cube root function. Okay, so what do we know about cube root function? So, the graph is an S-shape. Kung makikita natin, it seems like S, no? Kaya tinatawag siyang S-shape curve. So, that extends through the origin. And of course, extending both directions, positive, no, and negative. So, this is cube root function. How about number 6? Okay, very good. So, this also an absolute value function. Downward naman siya kasi we have negative dun sa labas ng ating absolute value function, kaya siya naging inverted V-shape, no? So, absolute value function. So, don't worry. Sa next video natin, tuturo ko kung paano mag-sketch ng graph ng bawat function dito. Okay? Next, number 7, of course, this is a linear function also. So, class dito, gagamit tayo ng rise over run para mag-graph natin yan. Okay, sa mga susunod na videos natin. And number 8, actually yung number 8, this is the reflection of ng ating cubic function. Okay, very good. This is cubic function naman, no? Okay. Cubic function. Ayan. So, sabi natin dito sa direction, ayan, based on their graphs and or equations. So, dito naman, sa ating example number 9 up to 15, puro equations naman ang given. I-identify natin kung linear ba siya, absolute value function, or cube root, and so on. Okay? So, dito guys, sa number 9, okay, very good. Actually, f of x or y, pwedeng isulat as y or f of x. Y into f of x into y. Walang problema dyan. Okay? So, number 9 and also number 10, this is, okay, what we call linear function. So, pag-isay na lang natin yan. Both 9 and 10 ay linear function. Okay, next, number 11, very good. This is the absolute value function. Kung makikita natin yung symbol na yan, no? So, absolute value function. And then, number 12, okay, very good. So, sa number 12, ito yung tatawag nating quadratic function. Okay. Paano natin nalaman yung equation na ito ay quadratic function? Because of the exponent na 2, no? The degree of the leading coefficient, yung exponent natin which is 2, no? Quadratic function yan. Intindihan? Okay. And then, sa number 13, very good. So, meron tayong radical. This is square root function. Ayan. Square root function. How about number 14? Okay. We have 3 as our index, no? So, this is very good. Cube root function. Cube root function. And sa number 15, anong tawag natin dito? Very good. This is cubic function. Okay, so actually yung number 15, so ganito yung magiging graph niya sa number 8, no? Cubic function. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple. So, this is the end of our video. I hope na marin kayo natutunan. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.